Let's go, UW. So 6 years of failure is knee-jerk now. In the last 10, the Steelers have as many playoff wins as the pathetic Pirates.
That's fine. I get what you want to say. 6 years of not having a postseason win. That to you, yes, that's failure. But to say it's been 6 years of failure, that's not accurate. Think those things are differently. Now, I'm sure you're going to respond back with, well, if the standard is the standard in this championships, then yes, it's a failure. Well, if we're going to hold that standard, well, whatever coach you're bringing in here, let's look at what they've done the past 6 years and hold them to that exact same standard. Fair? That's my only issue with it, man. You act as if Coach Tomlin hasn't had this team in playoffs or in playoff position in each of those 6 seasons. You cannot win a championship without making the playoffs first. You're not going to ever make it a bad thing that Coach Tomlin wins a lot of games. It's not a bad thing, baby. Okay? In terms of wanting more playoff success, that is accurate. Yes, we all want that. All I'm going to say is be careful how you chase after that. That's all.
Well, that's a great point. And I actually want to talk a little bit about this Patriots game in relation to that, because that's the big topic or the big slogan that's being thrown out there. Fire Tom. I mean, it has been a little bit, but it's feel like it's gotten the hottest after this Patriots game, after the back-to-back losses to these 2-win teams.
He's lost the team. It's over. This is the worst team ever. As we sit here with 7 wins, 6 seed, with quarterback injuries, defense injuries, and all these other adversity, coordinator fired, still sitting here at the 6th seed. Deke, how that? All right.
Here's my thing. I get the frustration with Tomlin. I get the just general frustration. But here's my thing. We all want the playoff success. We all want this team to get back to being a contender. We all want it to hit its ceiling. So we're 7-6 right now. And people want to fire Tomlin. Or people want to change. People,
hey, man, I say fire
whatever
them all, man. Let the fans really get what they want.
Whatever it is. My response to that is that the best solution? We want to get to the ceiling. We want to get back to championship contenders. Is that the best solution? Or sticking with a coach that is objectively a good coach? Is that the better way to go about it?
Hey, man. I personally want the fans to get what they asking for. You know how sometimes you be like, yeah, you got to be careful what you wish for. Or they be like, I really wanted it, and then you got to be like, dang, I ain't really want this. Why you ain't stop that? Why you ain't say something? Honestly, as a dude that has lived this thing professionally 9 years, I do understand how it works. This ain't even to you, baby. You know, it's all love. I mean, to y'all, man. I be like, man, sometimes y'all be so warped with y'all mindset. It's like, what is the point of trying to give you the information if you're not open to receive it? If your mindset is what your mindset is, it's like, baby, we ain't about to argue with you. I wish you could experience it. Now, I'm not in position to give you that, unfortunately. That's the Rudies, baby. But yeah, the way y'all be acting sometimes, I'm like, woo, baby. Like you said, they want Dobbs, they want Flacco, they want all this other. I'm like, bro, I would give it to them. And then you would have to sit there and take it the whole time, too. That's what I wish we could do. Unfortunately, it's not up to me. So, but that's what I want.
First, we got to see how the season plays out. But
why? The season's over. We're not going to the playoffs, right? We supposed to suck. We supposed to tank. We supposed to fire everybody. That's why it's just like, man, that's what y'all be wanting.
Well, I also said this earlier. I mean, if the Steelers in 05 had that type of mentality,
you see what I'm saying?
We would be without a Super Bowl. Because we were 7-5 coming off a 3-game losing streak. We had to win out last 4 games to get into the playoffs as a 6th seed. And then, even at that point, our road to get to the Super Bowl, kind of daunting.
Yeah.
Cincy on the road with, Carson Palmer and that team. He got hurt, which helped us out. But then the next game
give them what they want, Deke.
Was Peyton Manning, that Colts team, number 1 seed, AFC, on the road. They smoked us earlier in the season, too. There was no way we were going to win that game, right?
So that means
we won the game.
Actually,
next one, Broncos on the road, won the game. Eventually Super Bowl.
You know what that means? That means you actually a diehard because you rode through the adversity, is what you telling me. Still, nation, low-key be having a bunch of quitters. I hate to be, disrespectful, but that's what it is, a bunch of quitters, man. if it's successful, if it's good, everybody can't wait to talk about how proud they ought to be in that black and gold, baby. But the first sign or the second sign of adversity, even if it ain't real adversity, where they be losing their mind, showing they skirt, and that's the craziest part to me. It's like, bruh, it's frustrating at times because you're like, bro, we tried it, but it's just like, I don't get it, man. I do not get it. Y'all be panicky over it. Anywho.
Yeah, either way, you got to see how the season plays out first.
Like, jeez, man.
But even if it goes south, even if we get the worst case scenario for the rest of the season,
it'd be a great situation.
Tomlin again is not to me, but
people get that draft pick. You know they swear about them draft picks.
No, Tomlin has still earned, in my opinion, the benefit of the doubt to give him one more season. Like, this is his second season without Big Ben.
Deke, second season without Big Ben. What did he do last year?
9-8.
And right now we're at 6 seed, right?
We are literally in the playoffs.
We're still in the playoffs. This is, like you said, 2 years removed from a franchise quarterback from 18 seasons, right? Can we just look around? Who else has done? Like, let's just, when you're removed from your franchise guy, what has it looked like? We know what it looks like around the league. We've seen these other teams around the league. But that's the part I'm just like, am I missing it? That's why I wouldn't get people what they want, D. We should just get people what they want, man. Fire them all.
No, I think
firewall, baby, firewall.
No, again, if you fire, that's the thing. It could be like you could say it's like a 50-50 proposition, but I don't know if I would lean it being a 50-50 proposition if you moved on from Tomlin, because it might be more. I guess, how do I want to phrase this? More probable that it goes south. Just because how many times is there success when bringing in new coaches?
But remember,
at least you know with Tomlin, you got a guy that's going to get you in the playoff mix
Deke,
year in and year out.
Deke, you ready?
Like, you know that for a fact.
But Deke, you ready? This is how they respond. They want to use his words. They're going to say, so you're living in your fears? Deke, you're living in your fears? If you're willing to give up on something that you know already works, this is guaranteed. You know what this is. But you just going to give it away for the fairy dust. If you don't give it away for the fairy dust with the hope, with the illusion, with nothing other than just your disdain for this player was making you feel like it's magically going to work out, right? It's faith. So, cool. Give the people the faith, bro. That's what they want. Otherwise, you're living in your fears. Otherwise, you're seeking comfort.
No, that's the thing. It could work, but I'd rather stick with what I know is like objectively a good coach to right the ship here.
But if they say that's living in your fears, do you think that's okay? Because that's what they say. You living in your fears.
I think it's just being smart. I don't think it's about the whole fears and that type of stuff. I think it's being smart. You have a good coach in-house. Always get your team in the playoff mix. And if I had to bet money on a coach to get us back to that ceiling, get us back to that championship contender status, I'd lean him. I would lean him.
You just hanging around me too much. My biasness for Coach T is rubbing off on you.
No, it's not about that. I would have this opinion without you.
But they going to put it like that anyways. You know that.
No, I don't know how they're going to put it, but yeah, dude's proven to be a solid coach.
No, he can't be a solid coach because he hasn't won a Super Bowl every single year.
Now, are there changes or improvements that can be made to the offensive side?
Oh,
yeah, definitely.
100%, yeah.
100%. But in terms of leading the team as a whole, I think he knows what he's doing. Maybe you bring in a Todd Haley. I don't know how the dynamic was when Haley was here. Did Tomlin just give Haley and Ben like full reign of the offense at that point? Like that might be a better solution or a thing going forward.
From my experiences, he wasn't hands-on over there.
Yeah.
Because Haley was there and Seven was there. And we all knew it was Haley and Seven. Coach T was going to rock with this defense. That's what it was.
And maybe now having a young quarterback, no Seven, Canada, Tomlin has had to devote some time to the offense, which probably isn't the best way to utilize Tomlin.
Well, and I would say this, if we're truly, in terms of what we need going forward, yeah, we do want a little bit more upgrade in terms of the guys working underneath him. If he's truly going to allow those guys to operate as offensive coordinator, as defensive coordinator, as position coach, he's not going to be as hands-on, well, then, yeah, we do need to make sure that whatever we're going to replace with, we're reaching from a higher talent pool. Now, that is multifaceted though, because it's not just on him, it's
Sure.
also on the dollar that is getting offered.
Open up the checkbook.
We know it's multifaceted. So as much as we want to make it as if it's just him, it's both in terms of Mr. Rooney and Coach T. We get that. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, that can be true and he can still be a good coach. That could be true at the same time. It's just like they make you pick and choose. You know what I mean? So, but he's definitely lost the locker room. That's the other part. You don't forget that. He lost the locker room. Whew, child.
Oh, no, here's actually also what I wanted to bring up, too. Because I was talking about the Patriots. I wanted to talk about the Patriots game a little bit, too, because this is when the whole fire Tomlin stuff is got its hottest. And I get it because of these back-to-back bad losses. But here's the thing. Tomlin didn't throw Mitch's interception. Tomlin didn't overplay Zappi's pass in the end zone intended for Hunter Henry like Casey did. It's literally 14 points right there. That's 14 points.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to blame Tomlin just because he's the head guy and he's the one that puts those players in that position, sure. But that's literally every coach. Every coach has to do that. But
if he gets that blame, does he get the credit for when Atlanta Roberts tipped the pass and Michael Walker caught the pick?
I was going to say, or just the defense not giving up any points in the second half. How about that?
Does he get any of that? And that's always my issue is like we're crazy loud with whatever criticism or grievance that we have with player or coach. But then we just act like we don't even see anything positive that happens in them exact same game. Sometimes it might be the next play. We just like, bro, you ain't see that part too? But when your mind is set up how your mind is set up, like I said, man, it is what it is, baby. Today's show is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. You know, the top-rated sportsbooking app in North America. Not only is it safe, but it's secure and it is reliable. And that's what we absolutely love because we know this time of year, it's getting hot. It's getting heated up in terms of sports, right? We got basketball, we got football, we got hockey, we got everything cooking up right now. So you got a chance to get your parlay action. You got a chance to cook up with whatever you're looking to get into. But more importantly, if we're going to do it, might as well talk about the promo code that comes with it. Simple. You download that app, right? DraftKings Sportsbook. You making that first deposit, right? At least $5 on it. But you use that promo code MOATS and you'll receive up to $200 in free deposit bonus money. It's a great concept. You use that money to potentially make more money. You can't go wrong with that thing, baby. Promo code is MOATS. But at the same time, we know sometimes we be tripping. You might know somebody. It might be you. Has a gambling problem. Might need some crisis counseling or even referral services. For my New Yorkers, it's the number to text and call. But for everybody else, the number to dial is 1-800-GAMBLER.